Yes. What's up, baby? Okay. Hi, baby. I love you too.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-round. And on tap tonight, it's the New Orleans Pelicans going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. For the Timberwolves, they're fired up and ready to get going with a fresh new season. Game one being on the road may make it a bit more difficult, but Coach during the press conference prior to the game said it will not affect their strategy tonight. Clearly, he's got his guys pumped up and ready for the challenge. And of course, Freak playing here tonight. You've probably heard his story by now, lost a friend of a long time in the offseason. Very tough to deal with, obviously. How hard is it going to be for him to get his focus back, Shaq?
It's going to be tough, Ernie. He lost some.
Man in the middle, at 7'0" Number 3, Omer Asher. At guard 6'4" from Indiana, number 10, Eric Gordon. At the small forward position, at 6'6" number 1, Tyreek Evans. At guard 6'4" from UCLA, number 11, Drew Holiday.
And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. Freak comes in for Omer Ashish, and it's Norris Cole in for Drew Holiday. On the court for Minnesota, they've got Nikola Pekovic. Gorgie Dang is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Muhammad, and it's Levine in at the point. Here's Cole. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Freak, and a strong finish with 2 hands. Well, a bit of a tragic note for Freak. He'll be playing this season after the loss of a longtime friend over the summer break.
Yeah, that's hard to hear, and certainly going to be difficult for him to work through that. It's going to be on his mind all year. Never easy to go on about business as usual when you have that kind of heartache and loss.
Davis sets a screen. Cole the pass to Davis. Knocks down the 10-footer. Davis has got 6 points. Minnesota with the ball. A minute 50 left to play here in the first. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks. I spoke with Minnesota's head coach for a bit. He said that one player he's really wary of is Anthony Davis, adding he can impact the game in so many ways. Defense, shot blocking, rebounding, and scoring. He's still adding muscle, and we've got to capitalize on that strength advantage at both ends. Kevin, that's the MO.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone.
Yeah, babe,
Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Here's Cole. And he drops it in from the low post.
Oh, such a field shot there.
Timberwolves trail by 3. 1:10 left in the first quarter. Galloway kicks to Zhang, and that one is hammered home.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
Back to Anderson. Passes it to Cole. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And Freak throws it down.
Hello, baby.
That
You still here?
two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
35 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Pekovic, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. It's going to be on Freak. For Minnesota, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throw.
You still here?
1:27 left to play in the first half. Freak in at center. Cunningham is out there with Ryan Anderson. Then it's Norris Cole, and it's Pondexter in at the shooting guard position. That's the Pelicans 5. And Freak throws it down.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
What you want to talk about?
Rubio with it. Pass to McRae, right wing. Here's Pekovic. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Cole dishes to Freak. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Pondexter. And the shot no good, a bit short.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Dang. Can't hit from in close. Pelicans leading by 9. There's the 3. Muhammad grabs the board. Here's McRae. Muhammad, the pass to Rubio. Can't nail the jumper.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
I tell you what, though, it's going to be important to see if they can slow him down in the second half, because so far they have not.
What's up? Saeed, that's me.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Now, here's Rubio. 8 points for him. That's tipped. It's stolen by Davis. Gordon kicks to Evans. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Evans has got 9.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
To the inside, Towns with the steal. Rubio against Gordon. Rubio with a wide-open look.
I look stupid. I'm not trying to be racist, but you black or white.
All out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent NGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays. No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Timberwolves trail by 6. He dishes it to Wiggins. 1:10 left to play in the third. And that one's good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Gordon kicks to Davis. Evans outside. Back to Davis. Scoring again.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Now Rubio. 8 points for him. Here's Dang. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Looking at the numbers for Gorgui Dieng, he has 8 points, and they've got to be happy with his work on the glass, too.
They really do. He is not.
So it's Minnesota now. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And an intentional foul right there. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Gordon the off guard with Evans at the 3. Anthony Davis is out there with Freak, and it's Holiday in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Feeds to Freak. Kicks it out to Evans. Here's Freak. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
You can't be happy about it, but honestly, at this point, the game's probably out of reach anyway.
2 shots.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident that he's able to go up and knock those down.
.15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference.
Get that.
Here's Levine. And the foul called on Freak. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and fit.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan. Ricky Rubio. What'd you notice about his performance, Kenny?
He shot over 50% from the field in the game, a testament to how hard he worked to always find the best look possible. He was in constant motion.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just...
You definitely came to play tonight, but your teammates did not. How disappointed are you in them?
Yeah, I'll talk right now with you.
It's frustrating to play the way I did and feel like the rest of the team ain't there to back you up. Whatever though, I'll keep doing my thing, and sooner or later, the rest of them will figure it out, right?
Are you getting the ball as much as you'd like out there?
Honest answer? No, I'm not. I feel like we're a better team when I have the ball in my hands because of the way I create. Simple as that. Give me the ball, and the wins will follow.
You went through a lot last year as you got acclimated to being in the NBA. And then you went through a tough time in the offseason with the death of your childhood friend, Victor. Can you explain your mindset to us as you try to move forward this season?
Look, last year went by in a flash, so I ain't even thinking about it no more. It's about what I can do now with this team right here. Vic's gone, and sometimes I still can't believe it. But he's in a better place. And that has nothing to do with my play this season. None. So from now on, let's not bring up my past, and let's keep these things a basketball only, all right? I'm ready to take the next step this season, and that's all you need to know. Thank you.
baby. Baby, you wanna talk now?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey there, and thank you for joining us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. This NBA season didn't take long to get interesting, but these two gentlemen have always captured our interest. Say hello to Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Shaq. Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Phoenix Suns. For Phoenix, their first time playing these guys this season. A year ago, going 1-2. They'd like to improve on that this go-around. And before we tip off, I just need to ask Shaq, when you think back to great teammates, what are the qualities that make a great teammate?
Well, you want to play the guys who care as much about the game as you do. A guy who puts the team first. A guy who gets you involved. A guy who has the same dreams and aspirations that you have about the game.
Well, that name sounds like...
Let's get the starting lineup. The visiting Phoenix Suns. At center, Alex Lamb. At center,
New Orleans, land of the Pelicans, in a fine Western Conference battle at the New Orleans Arena. A good game here would get this road trip started confidently for the Suns. Freaks checked in for Ashish, and it's Pondexter in for Gordon. And the Suns here with a different look. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Alex Lamb. Hansbrough's come in for Mirza Teletovic. Jefferson's checked in for Ward. And it's Brandon Knight in for Eric Bledsoe. Setting the floor for the Suns. Tyler Hansbrough out there with Chandler. Then it's Jefferson. Then there's Brandon Knight. And it's Booker in at the 2 spot. To the paint. Chandler the pass to Booker. Hansbrough dishes to Booker. Chandler a screen. Outside Knight. To the inside. It's stolen by Davis. And now the Pelicans on the break. A nice shot by Pondexter. Pondexter's got his second bucket.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Knight kicks to Chandler. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Really good awareness right there.
Yes, baby, I love you.
Last outing for the New Orleans Pelicans. It was a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, plagued by foul trouble throughout in that game. I think it just forced them into some rotation that they weren't comfortable with.
Yeah, and you know, the frustrating part, guys, is that's something that can be avoided. You know, you can correct that, but you've got to move your feet and keep your hands to yourself. You've got to show some discipline.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pelicans.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Hansbrough setting the pick for Knight. Here's Larkin. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Evans. Chandler with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler. Alexis Ajinça.
Okay, baby. I'll see you maybe tomorrow then.
And so here's Phoenix. 9-point game. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got open looks, no rhythm to knock them down.
Hey, guys. Hey, every team has a night like that on occasion. It happens. Hey, we call them gong games. You just want to hit the gong, forget about them, and move on.
Freak, he's in at center. Cunningham is out there with Davis. And there's Gordon. And it's Cole in at the 1. That's the Pelicans 5. Suns trail by 9. Bledsoe outside. Down low. And the dunk by Lamb.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
It's up to you.
The defenders were sort of looking at each other
it's like,
whose man was he? And everybody thought somebody else was going to guard him, and nobody did.
Warren sets the pick for Bledsoe. Glenn, a screen. And throw the pass to Booker. No good with the triple.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, if they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound. I like the way they've picked it up here offensively in the second.
Yeah, up above 50% in terms of field goal percentage. They're on a roll.
Here's Len, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Here's Cole, guarded by Bledsoe. Here's Freak. Can't hit. Now the Suns take it the other way. There's 1:26 left here in the second. Here's Warren. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the lead. So both teams making substitutions here. And so... quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Ashish. Freak comes in for Davis. And it's Pondexter in for Norris Cole. And then for Phoenix, Chandler comes in for Alex Len. And it's Brandon Knight in for
It's up to
Phoenix
you.
looking who they've got on the floor. Bledsoe and Knight of the backcourt. Chandler out there with Mirza Teletovic. And it's Booker in at the 3 slot.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
For New Orleans, they have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. And the Suns making a change here. Jefferson's checked in.
Yeah, he looked clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
Yeah, he climbed all over him. I mean, there's a picture of that one in the officiating manual. So, clear, easy call.
Bledsoe kicks to Chandler. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Freak. Pelicans trail by 9. For them in the second half, they've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Jefferson kicks to Bledsoe. Sinks the triple. Bledsoe's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Now the feed to Ajinça. To the paint. And Freak throws it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Evans against Bledsoe. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one's on Evans. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Sun. New Orleans also making some changes. Freak comes in for Anderson. And Cole subbed in for Tyreek Evans. Phoenix also making some changes. Anderson comes in for Richard Jefferson. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Freak, he's in at the 4 spot. Quincy Pondexter out there with Norris Cole. And there's Cunningham, and it's Ajinça in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And Anderson slams it in.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially though when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
Free throw good. Freak. The Pelicans making a switch here. Martin's checked in.
Taking 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Larkin. There's 21 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Kicks it to Teletovic. Just 5 to shoot. That shot wide open. And the Suns lead by 20.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. So it's the Suns winning easily here.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Baby, you still here?
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present Eric Bledsoe. He had an outstanding 3rd quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the 2nd half.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoy.
No, I love you more. I'm just give an auto tune here to my end. No, I love you more than the whole entire world. Wait, what school you go to? Oh, my bad. Right, I gotta go to bed at 10, babe. I said I gotta go to bed at 10. So I'm so tired, guys.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Oh, it's only that time.
Hi there, folks. Ernie Johnson here, aided once again by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to be together again as the NBA regular season wraps up and playoff fever starting to sit in. Are you feeling it, Kenny?
Oh, I feel that playoff fever.
Yes, we do.
Hey, we don't have to pay for this song. Why? Because I made it up in my head.
I'm the backyard guy.
Yeah.
Baby, it's 8:52.
Tonight,
so I'm
the New Orleans
ready to go
Pelicans
to
up
bed
against the Los
right now
Angeles
so I can
Lakers.
get up in the morning.
Looking at the Lakers, 2 games into the season series against this team, they're tied at a game apiece. Looking to grab the edge tonight. Kenny, final game of the regular season. It has been an exciting, but now we look ahead to the playoffs, and they're just around the corner.
I am so happy that the playoffs are starting.
Baby, I don't know you live. I don't know you live.
We've got
But
basketball
I
action
do,
from New Orleans,
maybe,
Louisiana. Home of the Pelicans.
Because I live in Buffalo, New York.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Ready to go? Right now, the Pelicans are back in town for just one game and looking to... The Lakers also changing it up. Mozgov comes in for Roy Hibbert, and Damari Carroll subbed in for Maurice Harkless. So the Lakers 5 right now. Russell is out there with Kobe. Then it's Damari Carroll.
Thanks. But baby, where you live? Yep. Hi baby, I'll text you. I'm maybe go live again tomorrow at the same time. And get up at the same time. No babe. I'll see you later. Yeah. Alright. Bye bye, baby. This for you. Alright. I'm about to end this. I love you. Bye.